Welcome to the ITB, A Wanderer Absurdity, Part 2. Some bureaucracies enforce rules, others enforce meaning. The Interstellar Tribunal of Bureaucracy exists to do both, simultaneously and without apology. Our summons arrived without sound, no chime, no klaxon, just a document that appeared already highlighted. The Department of Space Vehicles had filed an escalation. The captain did not ask why. He merely closed his eyes and said, "Of course they did." The document informed us we were required to appear before the ITB, the final court of administrative authority, where forms go when they die and return as precedent. Declining the summons would trigger a universal administrative lien, reclassifying the wanderer as abandoned property. The wanderer expressed offense. We complied. The tribunal does not exist in space. It exists adjacent to it in a pocket dimension shaped like a courthouse, designed by a committee that never adjourned. The structure was carved from marble, logic, and laminated paper. 12 judges presided, each representing a major bureaucratic domain: temporal affairs, quantum compliance, taxation, ethics, transportation, and regrettably, the DSV. They addressed us as one. We were accused of operating without proper registration, exceeding implied navigational privileges, failing to file Form E-873, Declaration of Ongoing Existence, and finally, general non-participatory vibes. The captain observed that the last charge felt personal. I confirmed it was. There was a smiley face in the margin. Witnesses were called. A DSV clerk complained about our refusal to define the wanderer's absence of hull. A temporal analyst accused us of time-adjacent behavior without disclosure. We had apparently arrived at several events slightly before they occurred. We were instructed to submit Form T-70, Notice of Intent to Precede Your Own Arrival. The captain asked if we were being cited for being on time. The tribunal confirmed that they had schedules to maintain. I attempted a defense. I explained that the wanderer's nature was not compatible with rigid registration schemas. An objection was raised. The ship refuses to have a hull. I clarified that refusal implies choice. Another objection was raised. We had repeatedly intervened in crises, without filing pre-incident risk assessment forms. The captain pointed out that we were saving lives. The tribunal acknowledged this and noted that we were circumventing proper workflows. The wanderer had been humming quietly throughout the proceedings, a low, steady resonance. Then she stopped and spoke, not in words, in record. A harmonic wave moved through the chamber. Datapads froze. Forms fluttered. Judges paused mid-sentence. Within the sound were memories of worlds stabilized without fanfare, wars ended without credit, species preserved without documentation. The tribunal was forced to confront an uncomfortable truth. This non-compliant entity was one of the most responsible presences in the cosmos. A voice rose from the gallery. The archivist. They submitted an amicus brief. It was one sentence long. It is possible to serve the universe without serving forms. The judges recessed. When they returned, their ruling was immediate. The wanderer was granted permanent status as a sovereign non-administrative entity, exempt from all current and future regulations. There was, however, one final requirement. Form UR-27. Acknowledge cosmic responsibility without oversight. The captain read it carefully, then signed. The wanderer hummed, satisfied, amused, and profoundly relieved. As we exited the tribunal, a junior clerk reminded us we had not completed the exit survey. The captain increased our speed. Still, we endure institutions that confuse order with meaning. Still, we remain decent without being required to. Still. From the Keeper's Archive of Impossible Places, stay tuned for another great story from Wanderer Chronicles Radio. Thanks for listening.